I was sitting outside my sister's wedding, on a plastic chair, near the service entrance, while guests inside were sipping champagne under crystal chandeliers. My own parents walked past me, looked at my soaked dress, and told me I should just go home. And then someone said 5 words that changed everything. "Mr. Watson, is that you?" That was the moment my family realized. They didn't just humiliate me. They humiliated the wrong woman. Before we continue, tell us in the comments where you're watching from today. My name is Emily Watson. And for as long as I can remember, I lived in my sister Victoria's shadow. Victoria was the golden child. Everything about her sparkled. Beauty pageants, sorority president, marketing executive with a corner office and a corporate smile. Family dinners revolved around her promotions, her bonuses, her perfect trajectory. And then there was me, quieter, bookish, dirt under my nails instead of manicured acrylics. I studied agricultural science, sustainability, soil health, food systems. Every time I achieved something, it was followed by the same sentence. "That's nice, but Victoria just..." At my college graduation, my parents arrived late. They left early. But Victoria had a networking event. That was the day I realized the message wasn't subtle anymore. I wasn't the pride. I was the disappointment. 3 years ago, I met Daniel at an agricultural conference. He was speaking about sustainable farming. Not flashy. Not arrogant. Just brilliant. He talked about stewardship. About feeding people without destroying the land. I didn't fall for his title. I fell for his values. When he took me to his family farm, I expected modest land. Instead it was vast, efficient, quietly powerful. But Daniel never bragged. Never flexed. He lived simply. Worked harder than anyone I'd ever seen. When I brought him home, my mother didn't even try to hide her disgust. "A farmer? Emily, really?" My father asked if we'd be living away from civilization. Victoria laughed. "Well, someone has to grow the food." That's when I learned something important. They didn't respect work. They respected appearances. Victoria got engaged to Derek. Corporate executive. Flashy car. Tailored suits. My parents adored him instantly. Finally someone with real prospects. Daniel and I married quietly. Small ceremony. Simple joy. My parents complained the entire time. Meanwhile, Victoria's engagement turned into a $150,000 spectacle. What they didn't know. Daniel owns Watson Agricultural Holdings. Over 12,000 acres. 3 states. Supplying produce nationwide. Worth over $50 million. Me. Director of Sustainability. 6-figure salary. Published researcher. Conference speaker. We said nothing. Because Daniel told me something I'll never forget. If they can't respect you without knowing your value, they don't deserve to know what we built. Victoria's wedding day arrived. Daniel and I dressed elegantly. Not extravagantly. And then Victoria pulled me aside. There was a seating issue. An important guest was arriving. She pointed outside. Plastic chairs. Service entrance. I sat down. My throat burned. My chest tightened. Then Derek came out. He looked me up and down. "Don't come inside until someone tells you to." Then he leaned closer. "You don't really fit the aesthetic." He called me dirt. Victoria came out next. Saw me crying. "God, are you making a scene already?" He grabbed a glass of red wine and poured it down my dress. My parents saw everything and walked away. Then a voice called out, "Mr. Watson?" The venue manager rushed over. "If we had known this was your family event." Derek froze. Victoria went pale. Daniel smiled. "I'm here to support my wife." The manager kept talking. About properties. About holdings. Derek whispered, "You own Watson Agricultural?" Daniel nodded. "That's right." Derek's promotion? Cancelled. His job. Under review. And the venue? Also owned by Daniel. The final payment? Still due. Victoria turned to me. "You can pay it." I looked at her. Family helps family, right? I stood up. "You made me sit outside like I didn't belong." And I said the words that changed my life. "I'm not paying." The reception was cancelled. Guests filmed everything. Derek lost his job. Then everything else. Victoria left him. My parents begged. I walked away. And for the first time in my life, I felt free. 6 months later, I gave a keynote speech. A young woman asked how I stayed strong. I told her, build a life so full that their opinions become background noise. My mother emailed me, said she was proud. I deleted it, as some distances are exactly the right size. If this story gave you chills, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, have you ever been underestimated and proved them wrong? More stories like this are coming. And trust me, karma always shows up, right on time.